Hello, it is January the 1st, 2025. It's a new year and I am looking to start the year right. I have come on my annual solo trip to the Scottish Highlands. I've been doing this for a couple of years now. The trip's kind of evolved. I first started coming when I was just into photography, so I'd just come up with my camera and take some pictures and do some photography stuff, because obviously the Scottish Highlands is a beautiful place. Scenery is unmatched. It's probably one of my favourite places in the UK. I can't get enough of it, so I try and come up every year since. And this year it's a little bit different because I am now a cycling merchant. So I have bought the bike. I have got the bike loaded into the back. I don't know if you can see it yet. I'm also in a new car, which is outrageous. It is, I'll cover more on this in a bit. I am actually just at the service station getting some breakfast. I am going to charge the car for the first time. I'm going to see if I can figure that out. I've never done that one before, but we're going to need we're going to need a full charge basically to get to Scotland. It's 260 miles away or something like that. This is going to be a bit of a different video to usual. I don't know how it's going to look at all, so grab yourself a brew because it might be a long one actually. I'm here for a couple of days, got about 3 days here. So yeah, get a brew, chill out, and let's go and enjoy the Scottish Highlands. Back from a little pit stop, got myself a Subway, feeling recharged, just like the car. We are now at 80%, which is enough mileage to get me to the hotel where I can charge it overnight because it's got one of the charging stations in the car park. So let's just get there now. Oh, we've arrived. This is what we love to see. Decor that hasn't been updated in about 55 years. It's boiling hot. Old school gaff. Let's see what the room is about. Beautiful. Just what the doctor ordered. Single bed. There is a view out the back actually. I can't see much though because it's pitch black. Bathroom's massive. Can't grumble at that. Perfect base for a couple of days out in Loch Lomond. Ooh, certified stinker. I am starving. I was relying on getting some food from the hotel restaurant and they have just informed me at reception it's fully booked on New Year's Day. What are the odds? Thought it would be quiet up here in Scotland. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go and find some kind of emergency pot noodle or super noodles or something from a corner shop, but we're out in Loch Lomond, so it's pretty remote. There ain't just corner shops knocking around. I'm gonna have to see what I can find. In terms of the agenda for the next few days, I honestly don't have a Scooby at the minute. It's all gonna depend on the weather, and that ain't looking too good. There is a yellow weather warning forecast. Basically means there's ice and snow coming in the next few days. It's about -2 according to the weather app on my phone. So I don't know if the bike's going to see the light of day. It is in the back of the car, but just don't think it's going to be suitable cycling conditions, let's just say that. Got a couple of hikes that I can potentially do, but the main reason I have come up here is basically to get some B-roll of the car because we are going to be partnering with this car brand for the year, and I just wanted to get some nice shots in the Scottish Highlands of it and test out some new camera kit that I have bought. Yeah, I'm just going to take it day by day and see what happens. I have got 2 nights here in Loch Lomond, and then we are spending a night in Fort William, which is a little village a bit further north, proper into the Highlands at that point, right at the foot of Ben Nevis. So hopefully we can get a bit of snow. I wouldn't mind a couple of mooches out in the snowy Scottish Highlands. Good morning. Just on my way down to the breakfast area. I'm hoping it's one of them like continental all you can eat buffet style things. I love them when you're in hotels like this. Right, we are going to try a cycle. I think I've got the right kit. I've got enough deep winter stuff to keep me warmish. I think it'll just be a cold start, but we'll get there. If the roads are too icy, I'm just going to have to abort it, but let's see how we get on with it. Right, we have made it out. A couple of kilometres in. Can't feel my face or my hands, but look how nice it is. Peaceful. It's actually really quite still as well, thank God. I think if it was windy as well, I'd have been back home in the hotel by now. My Garmin's having a bit of a nightmare though. I don't know if it's just not fancying the cold. The screen has just disappeared. There are bits of the road that are icy, but for the most part it looks like it's been gritted or cleared. And the tarmac is well smooth. It's like riding in Spain. It's just 20 degrees colder. Ah, that makes sense. The battery's died on my Garmin. I don't think I'm going to be able to do the actual route that I wanted because I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going to ride around for as long as I can be arsed. Damn, it says road closed now. I don't know if that means just for cars or because it's snow blocked or something like that. I'm gonna head up and find out anyway. If not, I'll just come back down it. It's a fucking gorgeous road again. Oh, this is it, isn't it? Oh God, I love this place so much. I've been thinking a lot, especially driving up yesterday, about my goals for 2025, and I don't think I'm gonna do loads of outlandish goals and stuff like that beyond just continuing to do what I did in 2024, because I had hands down the best year I've ever had. I feel like I grew more as a person in that 1 year than I have done in the last decade combined. And I think it's primarily due to continuously doing things that were outside of my comfort zone across the different elements of my life. In terms of physical challenges, we did the sub 4 marathon that I really trained hard for. Did the Ironman 70.3. You know, not the best result in the world, but I had to learn to swim for it and things like that. Professionally, I quit my job and took a leap into self-employed life as a content creator. That was uncomfortable. It took a long time to get comfortable with that. I feel like I've reached a good point with that now where I'm a little more established in this space and not so much in the rat race of trying to grow and trying to get the brand deals and stuff, because we've got them now. I feel a lot more commercially savvy as well now when it comes to things like the brand work and partnerships. I recently had to can a partnership that I was on annual retainer with, just because it wasn't what I thought it would be, basically. There was no hard feelings between me or the brand. It's a great brand. I just I didn't really want to do what they were asking me to do and just ended up parting ways because of it. It happens. It's a big learning curve on my part. Even social things, I am a bad introvert, as you can probably tell by the fact I've come out to Scotland by myself, to cycle by myself and just spend a few days by myself basically. But I made a conscious effort in 24 to meet more people, do more social things, even hosted a group run, did a lot of sort of group rides and that kind of thing. And I feel better for it, and I'm going to try and do the same again this year. In terms of some actual tangible goals, YouTube, I am going to go all in on, I think. I've been doing it for 1 year. We've managed to accumulate 15,000 subscribers. I would love to get to 50,000 by the end of 2025. That's like my A goal. Instagram, I'm on about 80,000, I think. Love to get to 150k by the end of 25 as well. They're two tangible goals, but I think it's not all about chasing the numbers, not about to compromise any content in order to get that. I've had really slow, sustained growth over the last 2 years of doing the content stuff, and I don't intend on changing that anytime soon. Oh mate, I have got too many layers on. The sun's peeping out now over the mountain and I am sweating climbing up this hill. Do you hear that? That is the sound of peace and quiet. I have to come back and collect it. Look at this icicle graveyard. There's bare icicles. Is this what they're called? Look, because the sun's come out now over the mountain, they started to melt and fall off. Look at that. Sick. get anywhere on my ride because I keep having to stop every 3 seconds to have a look at the scenery. I've got myself an oat milk cappuccino because they had no normal milk, and a steaming hot ham and cheese panini. We're at Loch Lomond now. Look at the scenery around us, it's gorgeous. Have this, then I reckon we can go down to Loch Lomond and have a bit of a drive around there and just see if there's anywhere nice to get some video of the car. So, the car. We have got a new car. Now, it isn't technically mine, but it is mine for the rest of the year, for 2025, because we've got some unreal news to start the year. We are going to be working with Ford for the foreseeable as an ambassador, which means I am going to be creating content for Ford. I get the car for the year, and we have gone with the Ford Explorer. It's just a beast of a vehicle. It's their kind of adventure, off-roady type vehicle. It's full electric, which I've never owned an EV before, but I have had a test drive of it a couple of months back when I did a video with Ford back then, and I loved it to bits. It's so good. It's going to be coming on Bear Adventures with me this year, but enough about that for now. We are just pulling up to the Green Welly stop, which is a famous-ish service station in the area, just at the foot of Glen Coe. I'm going to go and pick up some supplies and head over to find some snow, hopefully. Right, here is the setup. Camera mounted on this 3-way like suction cup mount. Car, beautiful scenery. What could possibly go wrong? See what this one looks like. Success. Oh man, filming stuff by yourself when you are a one-man team can be pretty arduous. I have to do it most of the time, especially things like this though, where you are setting up the camera on the car, getting in the car, starting the car, driving, pulling over, stopping, resetting things up. It's a bit of a ball ache, to be honest, but I think we've got some really nice stuff. I'm going to go home and have a look, well, go back to the hotel and have a look at what we've got, do a bit of editing, bit of admin stuff, because it is technically a work day. Good morning. We have just finished having breakfast and doing a little bit of admin to start the day. This is what I enjoy about this job. You can do it remotely pretty much from anywhere. We are now going to check out this hotel, head up to Glen Coe, and we're going to do a little bit of a hike to a place called the Hidden Valley, which should look pretty nice at this time of year. Hopefully it is snow-ridden. Had a little stop at one of the famous viewpoints in the area. I don't know how you pronounce it. That's just not right, but I'll put the name on the screen because it's lovely. Right, we've arrived at the Hidden Valley, or the Lost Valley hike. I'm going to get these shoes on, pack a little bag, and then we can just get out there. It's not too long of a hike. I think it's about 4k there and back. It's just very uphill. So where we are going is up into the mountains, in between two mountains actually, specifically where there is a hidden valley. And I've been here before. We did a massive hike a couple of years ago with Jade up Benliac Nabar. Again, killed that pronunciation, but it was one where we went up into the valley and then we went up onto the top of the mountain, but I ain't doing that by myself today in these conditions. Proper snowy on top. You'd need like crampons and proper kit that I don't have at the minute. But where we are going is in between these two mountains. Just there, basically. It is currently -2 degrees and it feels it. It is Baltic. I've got good enough clobber on to keep me warm though, and I'll be sweating my back out in a minute when we start going uphill. The route is loaded on my Garmin too. It's pretty straightforward, but better have it just in case I end up getting lost somehow. I used to do a lot of hiking when I was younger. Well, I mean a couple of years ago, before I got into running and cycling, because I'd take the camera out with me. We'd spam all the mountains in the Lake District and Snowdonia, etc. But I've not done it in quite a while. I've not done a proper hike up a mountain in years now, you know. I think the last one might have been Snowdonia or Snowdon. Made it above the tree line now, making a beeline for the river crossing that we have to do. I think it'll be quite deep as well, actually. I've seen a video on it recently after the massive rainfall we had the other day. This is nice. Feel very relaxed. I've been outside in scenery like this with running water near you and the snow, mountains in the background. Makes you feel a certain type of way, you know, that you just don't get back at home. Oh aye, we're coming to the river crossing now. See what it's about. Here we go. Oh shit. Right, Right, we are across. Now it's time to get some supplies out. We're near the top now. I think it's only a couple of 100 metres to go. But I've got some fried eggs that I'm going to have. So when we did the proper hike, we hiked all the way up to there and then round. But obviously that's really sketchy, even on the best of days, let alone when it's covered in snow. Little frozen waterfall. And that is the Lost Valley. I'm going to stick the camera away now because we are coming back down and it's icy and snowy and sketchy. And I can't be arsed dropping the camera, so see you back at the car. You know what? I forget how much I enjoy hiking. That was really nice. I should do more of that this year for sure, especially out in the Lake District and that. But we're done now with the hike. I'm going to go and grab some food. When it's this weather and you're in Scotland, there is only two options. Hot ham and cheese panini or chicken soup. And I need to go and find one or the other. I've got some iron brew already, just indulging in the culture. Let's go and get some food and then probably go and check in to the new gaff. Managed to pick up a chicken and bacon and mozzarella panini before in a little boozer of Fort William. The main little street was nice, and now I'm back here. The sun's set. I'm just going to relax. I'm going to do some editing and just chill out really. Here's the quick room tour actually of the new hotel. It's not quite as nice as the other one. Does have a bath though. Shit, it is bleak this morning, just pure grey, low-hanging clouds. It looks so miserable. I think it's been raining in the night. It's not been cold enough to snow. So the first thing we're going to do is head to Tesco and get some supplies, and then I'm going to go and stop off at a little shipwreck. Right, so we've made it to the ship. It's only about a 7-minute walk from the car park, which is pretty nice. Look at that. That is class. So a little bit about the ship. Apparently it was an old fishing boat that got retired in about 2000, I think, and the owners wanted to turn it into a floating restaurant, but it never materialised, so it just ended up here, docked, useless, just sort of rotting away now. Mate, it is prime skimming conditions out here, but I can't find a suitable stone to throw. Not a single one on this whole bit of beach is suitable for skimming. Let's try this one. Not a good one, but not bad. Ooh, not gonna lie, started to panic a little bit then. We're on 12% battery and in the middle of nowhere really, but thankfully we've found a charger in this car park. There's actually chargers everywhere, to be fair. Every petrol station's got them, and they've even got them in quite a lot of car parks for tourist spots and that, which is more than I thought they would have.